Welcome guys to another ProfileTree video. So today we're going to be going through how to make a website. On top of that, how to build, edit and launch that site, and what website builders can we consider or who to use. Without further ado, we're going to go ahead and get started with the video. So, what website builder can I use? For those who aren't so technical with website building, there's a few things you may want to look at before committing to building on that website builder. There's a couple of key points, or just a few key points here. For those looking a simple yet attractive blog or basic site, also applies to e-commerce. You should look into a website builder that has an easy to use interface, well-designed templates, and also be sure to keep an eye out for drag and drop features or even point and click. This completely eliminates the use of coding, which is great for first-time users. So the coding could be HTML, CSS, JavaScript, or anything else, any other coding languages out there. Next, we've got the end goal. So if your end goal is to have a sleek professional online store, also applying for a blog or basic site, then you may want to look into an e-commerce tailored website builder such as Shopify, Wix, GoDaddy, could be Squarespace, could be Hostinger, anything like that. Make sure you look for a website builder that won't be too complicated to set up. Now, research is key, so it's important to find what website builder is more suited to you. What you would find easier to use and what pretty much just each to their own on what website builder you much prefer. So make sure you check the features for each web builder. Be sure it has some mobile compatibility. Luckily for us, each of the website builders we're going to be going through has mobile compatibility. So it's nothing you really have to worry about. And it also has tablet compatibility. Of course, many people browse the web. Mobile compatibility is very important, as most of your visitors use mobile devices to look for websites. Luckily, most website builders have this embedded, as I've said, and even change the mobile version once you've made your desktop version on the website. Next, really important key point is hosting and domains. Now, when you're building a site, there's two components needed other than design: a website host and domain name, which is the URL to navigate to your site. Many website builders offer all three services if you already own a domain name and want to use. If you want to use a different website builder, you'll have to migrate your domain to a new platform. So basically, what's that mean is that of course we have three really important components, apart from design, which is website host and domain name. But other than that, of course, if you do already have a domain name and it's with another hosting or it's with another website builder, then to migrate that, you'll have to either change the name server or point your A records or DNS to a different server. This is pretty much when say for example, you're building a website on Wix and you have a domain name on GoDaddy, then that's pretty much how or when you would want to use this. Next, of course, is our pictures and video storage. So, website builders make it easy to upload pictures and video. Most even offer a free non-copyright images and videos. However, storage capabilities vary by subscription plan. So just make sure that you're picking the right plan. Make sure that you're not overdoing it with your images and videos, or else you'll end up paying more for your plan. Lastly, we've got our business email. So most website builders come with the ability to create an email address with your domain name. However, some website builders charge extra to have this feature, so be sure you pick the right plan. Now we'll look at the process and the steps to actually having a layout to use for a website. So here are the basics. So as you can see, we've got our header, we've got a section, and we've got a footer. So it's as simple as it looks. It's pretty much with your header, you've got your logo, menu, login, social media. Then you've got a heading, tagline, video image, solid colors, depending on how you want to build that. But we'll look through that later on. So that's pretty much your hero section. Then you would have maybe a paragraph along with a picture, video, blog post, anything like that. Gallery, about, contact form, promotional products, whether you're doing an e-commerce site. And of course, you would have your footer. Some people don't really touch the footer sometimes. It's just a disclaimer. But of course, you can mix it up a little bit and actually try to create a full functioning website where it would have some links, menu, social media, disclaimer, anything like that. So now what we want to look into are the actual website builders. So these are the 5 website builders that I've chose. Of course, there are plenty more out there, and I'll even show you one that's not on the list. Anyway, starting off, we've got Wix. It is a powerful website builder without being too overwhelming. Comes with plenty of templates, great customer support, and this would be a top choice for beginners and pro web builders. Next, we've got Xero, which is a website builder as well but has the lowest prices in terms of plans. But of course, there is a catch to this. In order to take advantage of the low costs, you need to agree to a 4-year contract. Then after that, you'll get the choice of more than 100 free templates to get started. Designs are great and rely on a bunch of hero sections, images, pretty much just to nail the designs, and it's got animation as well. This is a drag and drop editor and has all the elements you need to build a website. Next, we've got Squarespace, which is also a very popular and great website builder. It is packed full of useful features that can be handy for the user. However, it can take a little time or a little bit of time to learn in terms of location and menus for the features. And then, as well as that, this builder is a cross between drag and drop and point and click. Great website builder overall in terms of design and templates. Now, Wix, Xero, and Squarespace are more or less alike in terms of the builder, but of course the navigation is a little bit different, but we'll view that later on. We've got Jimdo here, which helps you create a personalized website with photos, tailored text, as well as other details to fit your industry in about 3 minutes. This site builder would be more used for musicians, photographers, people who want to share stories and inspiration, so primarily a regular website. Now, this is a little bit false in a sense because you're also able to create an e-commerce website on it. On top of that, you can also code on this particular one as well. The only thing that is a downfall to this is, of course, the templates, which I'm not really too keen with, but we'll check that website builder out later on in the video. Lastly, of course, we've got GoDaddy, which is great for first-time users, requires 0 technical skills, pretty much just answer a few questions and go into context on what your website's about, what the purpose of your website is, and if you're not happy with doing it through there, you can also pick a template and go from there. However, GoDaddy doesn't offer as many design options. So these are the following ones as we said, so we'll go ahead and jump into looking at these website builders. So starting off with the first one, we've got Wix. So of course it's got its pros and cons. And starting off with the pros, it's got a huge list of templates, has a very versatile editor, great documentation and support, and offers a free version to test the service. Now, unfortunately, it's got cons. So cons can be confusing with the amount of editors, basic SEO features, designs aren't responsive, you can't switch templates once you've picked. So as well as that, there are a couple of errors as well in terms of Wix. Some of these are a little bit false as well since it has been updated. But anyway, in order to look at the pros and cons, we'll go ahead and check the website builder out for itself. So when you're signing into Wix or logging in, of course, this is what your initial page will look like. Of course, you can sign up through Wix as well, using a personalized email with your password or using a Google or Facebook account. Now, since we already have an account, we're going to go and continue with this profile. Now, for those who have used Wix before, of course, this may be a familiar site to see, which is the partner dashboard. But if you are signing up for an account, this is the first page you'll see. So it'll ask you whether you want to choose Wix or Editor X. For the meantime, we'll choose Wix. So Editor X is one of the more fluid designed ones. It's actually a great platform as well. It's just a little bit more complicated, but I would recommend to use Wix as a beginner, even for the professional web developers themselves. Now, it'll ask you what sort of website we're creating. So just for the video, we'll just say we're creating a blog. And there are a list of different options as well, as you could see there. So then it'll ask you what you would want to call your website. So since we're creating a blog, we'll just name it something random. So like that. Of course, you can change the website name if you want to as well. Next, we'll ask you what you want to add to your website. So it could be a blog, chat, forms, and these are all pretty much all from the Wix market, market app. And there are paid for apps. These are the ones that are for free. So you could choose from them. You can choose to skip this if you want to. But I'm just going to want to have the blog built in for the blog. So then it'll ask you 3 more different ways to create the website itself. So you can choose Editor X, or as you can see, they've actually renamed this now. And this used to be called Wix ADI. So it was Artificial Design Intelligence. And now they've named it into Website Generator. So Website Generator is pretty much just click into this, then you'll be able to answer, well, it'll ask you a couple of questions in order to build a website for you. And then pretty much just lists out 3 different basic website templates, and that's you ready to go. But we want to steer away from that, especially if you want to trying to create a attractive build or website. You would maybe want to consider Editor X. Now, Editor X is a little bit more expensive in terms with the subscriptions, but they do offer a lot of the different templates here, as you can see. But these are the only templates that they have by default. Still a lot considering. And if you don't want to use the templates, of course, you can use the wireframes there. But what I want to really show you is the Wix editor. So this is a great website builder. And since we have selected for a blog website template, as you can see there, it's showing us pretty much the blog website templates available to us. And the list goes on till about 6 pages. So that's pretty much how it's looking. And of course, I can choose and select for a blank template and edit it from there. Now, the editor itself is very easy to use and doesn't have any complication to it. What we'll do is we'll open up one of our previous projects and we'll have a look into that one. So we've named this one PT Online Store, but of course I can change the name if I need to. So I can name it to Fairy Valley, and then it'll change the URL address. So that's easy enough to do. So I'll just select off that. And then I can, of course, design the site. So if I select design site, this will just give me a loading screen. It will take a couple of minutes. So once you've loaded onto the website, this is a very easy editing website builder tool to use, and one of the most popular ones as well. So if you look to the left here, we've got our little area where we would want to maybe add some elements, change sections, monitor our pages and menu, even anchor some parts if we need to as well. We can add some sections by selecting the add section, and they'll bring up the menu item here on the left side. And of course, there's other areas of what we could pick. So if we say we wanted to pick the welcome to our site, we can go ahead and do so. And of course, if I want to revert back, I can just do the undo button and it'll just remove that. So An easy website builder to use, not much complication to it really. Everything's there. The navigation's really easy to use as well. You can even have a toolbar if you need to, or check out the layers within that section, and it even sections out everything for you. So it's a very handy thing to have. And of course there are desktop and mobile optimization on this as well. And on top of that, we'll check out the pricing plans. So we'll just go to my dashboard and check out the plans. So it's easy to navigate your way around it. So this is the background version of the Wix website builder. And we're going to go ahead and compare some plans and check out the pricing points. So with a regular website, of course, you can use the following. So you can connect a domain, add a combo. Currently at the minute, they have a discount for the unlimited and VIP, and it is within £5.50 per month. So if we do select that, that's £5.50 per for the whole month, or for the 12 months. And it looks like you're talking that you're paying £66. Normally it would be a little bit pricey compared to that, but it is a little bit cheaper today. Of course, they've got VIP as well. So yeah, you can pretty much choose any of those. That will be on you. And of course, they've got a business and e-commerce plans here as well. That's depending whether you're choosing to create an e-commerce plan or an e-commerce website. And of course, if you are building a large scale business, then you would go for the enterprise plan. I know that is a little bit pricey. I did see or heard that it is around £250 or £500, depending on the scale and size of the business that you have. But yeah, that pretty much sums up what Wix is in a nutshell. Very easy website builder to use. Very highly recommended to any people that are either starting off or have been doing development for a while and maybe just want to change things up a little bit. I would recommend to use Wix. Anyway, we'll go ahead and check out the next website builder. So next we've got Zyro, and it's got its pros and cons, of course. So starting off with the pros, it's great for beginners, SSL encryption, drag and drop editor, and it's very easy to use. Cons is you can't switch to another template once you've picked, lack of advanced features, no real-time support for a free plan, and no access to code editing. Anyway, we'll go ahead and check out the website builder itself. So here we are on the Zyro website builder. Of course, it's also by Hostinger. So these are some of the blank templates that you can use there. So they've got a list of different ones, and if you even search up for a business, so just say online store, and we were searching for a blank template as well. So there's a couple of options there. Even if we put down auto store, it should give us one here. So there are some of the couple of ones. Usually what it does, if you do search it up, it will auto-generate one for you here. So that's some of the blank templates. Of course, there are other ones to choose from. Anyway, what we'll do is we'll actually jump into one of the templates here, and we'll just go straight into the building point. Now as I said, it's easy to use as well. Pretty much is like the same as Wix, where you can add some sections in, add blogs, about, gallery, contacts, and it even has a place where you can add a footer, which is great. Some website builders don't offer this option. And of course it has an Instagram feed, which Wix offers an Instagram feed as well. So there's the sections that you can add, as you can see there. And of course there's different options for the templates as well. And overall it's an easy website builder to use, and thankfully it's a sort of click and drag editor, and you can add elements in on the top left. So say I wanted to add a shape. Let's just select a section. And there's a shape. And I can change that shape as well to whatever options that they give me. So we are a little bit limited on our choices, but regardless, it's still able to give us some shapes. And as you can see, like it's giving us an area where we can't go past the grid line because that's our two margins on both sides. And then of course you can rate the smart layout if you want to. But overall, it's an easy website builder to use, pretty much the same as Wix. But of course, Wix would have more features. So just depending what you would want to use, then yeah, it's pretty much just preference then at that point for what website builder you want to go for. Other than that, we will go ahead and check out the pricing points for this. So pretty much it just has two plans. So we've got a website and a business. So of course, depending on what website you want to run, whether it's e-commerce or non-e-commerce, then you're paying $2.59 for each month, or for a business, it's $3.59. And of course, you'll also have a free domain, free email for 3 months, 24/7 customer support, which I believe is a dedicated support as well. On top of that, you've got marketing integrations, and there are some hidden features there as well, which has unlimited bandwidth, which is great. You got unlimited storage as well. Free web hosting. You've got security with SSL, as I was on about earlier on. A way to get SEO too. Messenger live chat, WhatsApp live chat, Facebook Pixel as well. AI logo maker, so a lot of options for to select there. Or if you want to just pay the monthly, of course, it will be an $11.99 per monthly. But of course, it is best to just go for the 2 years deal there for. We'll just double check the price. I think it's saying that it's at $62.16. So that is a $225 saving, which is great. And you get a 1 month free. So that's 2 years, and on top, so it's 2 years and 1 month. So that's a great option as well. So yeah, before I keep rambling on about Zero, that's pretty much that website builder. It's easy website builder to use, very cheap as well. So highly recommend. Anyway, we'll go ahead and check out our next website builder. So this is one of the more popular ones, which is Squarespace. Now with Squarespace, we've got our pros and cons, of course. So starting off with the pros, it's got a modern, stunning website design, user-friendly editor, good number of apps for added functionality to the site, AMP formatting, it has limited availability labels for e-commerce. Unfortunately, with the cons, it lacks the customization freedom, so designs can vary. Fairly expensive for what it is as well, compared to the other website builders that we've seen, and it has limited customer support. But in order to see the pros and cons, we'll go ahead and check out the website builder itself. So this is what the Squarespace website builder looks like. We'll just go back here and skip that. And just like I'm browsing. So this is it here. There were a couple of glitches beforehand, but this is how it looks. We've got an area for where we can filter out our templates. We can build your own template as well. There's a couple of offers that being selected right now. So they've got some pretty modern designs in terms of their websites, and they are very nice to look at. So depending on what your website is, of course, if you're categorized as an e-commerce or a non-e-commerce site, then just select whatever you would prefer. But for the meantime, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to select one of these websites. So say I go for an online store, it'll filter out an online store for me. And then what I could do is pretty much just edit one out. Now you don't have to select a e-commerce site here from the templates. Of course, you can choose to go for a blank template. So just like with Wix and Zero, same thing. You're able to create one from scratch. So it'll welcome you to the site, ask you for a title, give you a guideline. There's edit pages there, create pages, style your site, and then you'll be able to get started. So that's practically just a little tutorial as well. And you even get an assistant, which is great. Now to edit the site, you just click edit, and we'll just remove that. So as you can see here, I'm able to select some items, elements, then I can drag them about if I wanted to as well, or I could revert it back using the undo and redo button on the top left. Of course, I have optimization for a desktop view or a mobile view, like so. And we've got our header there, and it even gives us an option to edit the header and just the header only. And of course, we have some style sites. You can add sections as well if you wanted to, and these all come pre-built as well. And they have several different ones available to you. So here's one here, and it's got a scrolling block at the background, something you don't see all the time. Of course, there are other website builders like this, but some don't offer the scrolling one without having to do some coding. So this might be the one for you if you want to create a really great, stunning website without having to use code, and you want to have animation like this. Squarespace might be it. But that's pretty much what that looks like. It's very easy to use, not much else to it. We'll go ahead and check out the pricing plans itself. So we'll just go ahead and save that. And now we'll just move on to the pricing plans. So these are some of the plans available. Of course, we've got the most popular one there, which is the business one. Depending, of course, if you are an e-commerce site, which this one is, then you would have to pay for the business, especially if you want to unlock the payments area. They've got the commerce there, or a personal website, so you're just doing just a little showcase of a physical store, or if you're just creating a brochure sort of website, then a personal one would be okay. And it has its features below, as you could see. And now you can choose to pay monthly or annually, so it's just depending on you if you want to do the annual one. You'll save 29% as a stating, but if you pay monthly, the prices bump up a little bit there. So that's pretty much just how it looks. Fairly easy enough to use website builder. Of course, if we put this in US dollars, you're talking $23 there. And of course, for the monthly, it's $33. So it's about a $10 difference. So yeah, that's pretty much what Squarespace looks like in a nutshell. Easy enough to use. Wouldn't have any issues with it. The only thing is that it does have very expensive plans. Otherwise, I wouldn't really shy away from this one. It is a great website builder, and you have all the intricate designs that you want to use. Anyway, we'll move on to the next website builder. Okay, so next we've got Jimdo here. So as you can see, it's got its pros and cons as well. It's got a free image library. You can create a custom site within 3 minutes. Personal website assistance. Very extremely easy to use. However, the cons, you've got no blog functionality, no app store to add or enhance functionality to the site, no backup for the site, and you've got template restrictions. Anyway, in order to view the pros and cons, we have to check out the website builder, so I'll see you there. So this is what the website builder looks like. So here we are creating our 3-minute website. So it'll ask you what we're creating the website for. So we'll just say it's for an individual. We'll continue. Then it'll ask you what is your website for. So a personal project or event, a project or hobby, business, new business, established business. So we'll just go for the established business. Then of course we'll name it to Fairy Valley. It'll then give you a bunch of different listings or different businesses available at the minute, or businesses that are currently existing at the minute. So of course, if you don't see your profile, you can continue with the profile. Then just say for a category, we're doing bakery, and then continue. It's to promote or to sell online. and then that we're self-made. Then what products do you offer? So it'll offer you products. You could just say my own physical store. Then you would be serving to your local area for the delivery. And then how would you like to deliver your products? Just say only local pickup. And then it'll ask you if you have any Facebook or Instagram pictures. Of course, for the meantime, we do not. And then it'll ask you what your website's about. Cafe and bakery, of course. And now it'll ask us whether we plan to sell goods with multiple tax rates, and we'll just say yes. Then it'll ask you the style that you want. There's 6 different options, and it'll always be the same. So you could choose fresh, dark, elegant, or modern, or minimal. So once you've picked your theme, all you need to do is select one and continue. And then of course there are different colors there to choose from. So there's a couple of different palettes there, just 6 options overall. I'll just pick the navy blue one, and then it'll load up 2 different designs. So here's one for the bakery, and then we've got our next one here. So it just automatically does that for you. I'm actually happy with that layout, so all you would need to do is click and continue. Of course, you can preview the layout if you want to. Now it'll ask you that there are several different choices for your domain. Now, of course, if you are in the US, it'll be like fairyvalley.us. Depending, of course, where you are located, it'll go about for your basically your area, your IP address. So, of course, it's linking me to the UK, but of course, you can't find one for the US. Or just say if we have one for like .com even, then I should be able to find one for .com. If not, they do have fairyvalleycafebakery.com, as you can see. And of course, you can move your domain over if you have a current domain already. And then all you would need to do is create and start doing the website. Now, the editor tool isn't really as good as Wix, Squarespace, Zyro, just pretty much all of those different ones. Instead, it is pretty much just a click and change. So if I wanted to change that to OK, so there you go. I'm able to do that, and I can redo and undo what I've done. And then I've got my pages here, as you can see. I could also add sections. Now, it's not, it is just add block, but it is pretty much the same. So I can still add sections in. And then it'll automatically change it to how the text is laid out. And of course, I could change that to bold. I can align that as well if I wanted to. And this is where I'm able to pretty much change what I would like. So of course, with the website builder, you have design, and I can change the font set. So it'll just do everything for me. So that'll change the entire site. Of course, you only want to stick to one if you can. And at the minute, the buttons are rounded. I could change that to oval if I wanted to, or have it sharp. And then my animations, I could change those as well. I can also edit the color palette again if I wanted to, just depending on. So if I wanted to go colorful, I can. And I can create a color palette from an image. So just say with this one, then it'll create a color palette for me, and it's changed the color palette, as you can see. So it's a very, very easy website builder to use, and of course you can do the coding part as well. And if you are to do the coding part, you get options for the templates. So I'll go ahead and show you that now. So these are some of the templates that they offer, as you can see. They're okay. They're not as good as the rest of the website builders we've seen, but of course it is an option to have, especially if you do want to code. So that, yeah, pretty much an open website builder for you to use. Of course, there are other ones out there, but yeah, I would say it's an okay website builder. It's just regarding more of the template variation. I wish they did have more template variation than the other ones, and I wish that they had more of a modifiable website builder, but nonetheless, it is still a great website builder, and I would highly recommend to use it. Other than that, we'll go ahead and check out our next website builder. Okay, so coming up to our last website builder here, we've got GoDaddy, and with its pros and cons, we've got a 24/7 customer support. It has great value for introductory plans, uses artificial design intelligence to create a quick site, has limited app market, very limited customization, and pricey with the add-ons. Anyway, without further ado, we're going to go ahead and check out the website builder itself. So here we are on the GoDaddy website builder. Now, as you can see, we've got a list of different options for templates that you could choose from, and you could also filter them out if you need to. So of course, depending whether you're a basic site or an e-commerce site, there's a couple of options there for you. Now, if you do want to go ahead and create a website from scratch, that's easy enough to do as well. So all you need to do is select the start for free, or just depending where you are on the website, just as long as you select start for free. Now I'm going to go ahead and start a new site. And we'll just say this is a gaming site. So just say it's a gaming site. And then just name it like that. Then it'll say how far along are we into the business. We'll say it's up and running for a while now. Say when we want a full service that I could start now, and a full build website. So just with a couple of clicks, quite literally under a minute, it's going to be building a website for us. So of course it can take a little minute here. But once it's all loaded in, as you can see behind us, or behind this screen, a website has been built under PT Gaming, along with the right images to be that have been chosen. And there's a couple of different areas there. We've got website, theme, and settings. Websites mainly where we would add our parts, where we would do a store, a pop-up. We could do our pages here, where we could have new pages, links, drop-down menu, footers, private pages, anything like that. And we even have a YouTube connected video there, which is great. Now, if you wanted to add sections, you could do so as well. Easy enough to do. And say I wanted to add a image gallery, a photo gallery, I can go ahead and do so. Now it'll pick the theme that we're at, which is to do with gaming, of course, and that'll all add it in. Yeah, that's pretty much how easy it is to do this website builder. There's not much else to it apart from point and clicking. It's the same as Jimdo, where you can't drag and drop parts of the elements. So that's the only thing what's wrong with the website builder itself. And the navigation as well can be a little bit confusing from time. But once you get the hang of it, it's easy enough to get around. So that's pretty much what the website builder looks like. We'll go ahead and view the plans. And as you can see, it's fairly cheap for what it is. So we're sitting at around $4.99 for basic, $7.99 for standard. You've got premium $11.99, and you've got an e-commerce as well. You can get billed yearly or monthly, and you've got like secure SSL, 24/7 support, PayPal button, GoDaddy Insight, just pretty much everything that you need is all here, and that's some of the features. And of course, once you select one, then you get pretty much billed. As well as that, you do have a trial, which is great. So if you can choose to do the trial and then pay if you're happy enough. But of course, if you're not, then you don't have to pay after the trial's ended. But yeah, that's pretty much what GoDaddy is in a nutshell. Anyway, I know that this was the last website builder, but I'm going to go ahead and show you one more. And it is called Shopify. So once you have been set up with Shopify, you do have a list of different plans here. So this is the plan. And just to make sure as well, so you have an understanding of what Shopify is, this is purely just an e-commerce site. So it's great for people who are just wanting a purely based e-commerce site. These are some of the plans. We've got basic, Shopify, and advanced. And of course, it's only £1 or $1 for the first 3 months, of course. And then after the first 3 months is then when you'll start paying about £19, 65, and or 344. So just depending on what plan you pick. Now, if we go ahead and check out the actual website, you can customize its theme. So if I select customize theme, I can go ahead and view this store from here, or customize it as well. So just select customize, and this is where I'm able to customize the store. Now this is a live website, as you can see at the minute, but there is no plan, so not everyone, you can't fully see it without getting the link. Easy enough to use. It's pretty much a you can just like click about and change parts about as well. You can hide areas if you want to, and you can add some sections. So every website builder pretty much has that add section area. So I can have a slideshow if I wanted to. And then I could change the background as well. So it'll open up a menu area here. So just say I wanted to do that one. Then it'll select it for me. And I could see this within a live version of the this website. And of course, if you do explore the rest of the site, so if I go ahead and just leave that page, and then I go to home, you have to make sure you follow all of this for the step guide, so you can actually have a functional Shopify website. And then at the end of it all, you just review your settings, set up the Shopify payments, and then that's you pretty much having a running e-commerce website. But yes, guys, that pretty much covers it for the website builders. What I would recommend to use out of everything there would be the website builder Wix. It's just mainly because it has everything that you need. And I'll go ahead and actually demonstrate what I mean by that. So now that we've gone through the website builders, I'm going to go ahead and jump into the Wix one and show you guys how to quickly choose a template or build a website and edit everything out and publish the website and have it running. Okay, so now that I'm loading up into the site here, so this is the website that I've built, and it was very easy enough to do. Probably takes about 2 hours, 3 hours to do the site, with some Velo code included as well. And to build that website doesn't really require much effort. What will require effort, of course, is just the layout. That's why it's important to maybe have a wireframe or some design before you create your website. But with Wix, it's easy enough to do so since you've got some layouts there already. Anyway, this is what the website looks like. It was easy enough to do. Of course, I would have had some text around here and some images, image backgrounds. And of course, if we do preview this website, we've got like a parallax motion background there. We use the Wix logo maker to create our logo there, social media, and we've got some blogs to help with our SEO. So now that you're thinking, how do I actually go ahead and have this as a live site or partially live site? All I would need to do is select publish. And then once I've selected publish, it'll give me a little tick there. And then I can actually view that website just with a domain from a domain from Wix. But if you do want your own domain, of course, the way to do that is, so we'll go back to editor here. You would need to go to the site and then your dashboard. And once that's loaded in, you can go ahead and select your plan, or you can connect a domain. So just say you had a domain with GoDaddy and you just wanted to connect it through here. Then you can go through the DNS. So as you can see here, can I use a domain I already have? Yes, once you've upgraded a premium plan, you can connect a domain. So that can only occur once you have an actual domain. But if we have things to do in Belfast.com, now there should be one depending on. So of course this is taken, and say I do own that, then I would upgrade to a premium plan. But if you don't have that one, there are other options as well to select a domain, and you can pretty much get it, and then it'll ask you to upgrade, and then it'll show you a couple of the premium plans. Just like we discussed earlier on, so depending if you own a e-commerce site or a website, a regular website, then you would have to select the following, and then you would have a running website. But yeah, pretty much that's it. That is all for the video. Of course, people, if you have a recommendation for your own website builder, then by all means go for it. But overall, I think Wix is the winner there. It's one of the more popular ones for a reason. You've got multiple templates to choose from, especially if you're a niche business. You can start off with a blank template, and it's easy enough to go from there, upload your own images, and publish that website and have a live website running in under a day. Anyways, guys, if I have missed anything at all, please do let me know in the comment section below. But other than that, I'll see you guys for the next video. Thank you very much.